All right, made it to the campground. I got lots of stuff to unpack, food and everything, but I got a truck full of firewood. And when you're still a kid at heart, you want to throw that wood as far as you can. My camera. That's what you do. You do when you post on YouTube. You talk to a camera.
I know, but I'm like, you're over here talking. I'm like, no. I'm like, who the hell's here? Can I get a Modelo, please? I think that's.
When I'm done throwing wood.
Okay, hold up, because I think that's where they're gonna pitch their tent.
Right here where the truck is where they're pitching the tent.
They pitched it back over there last time.
They're pitching it right here because it's a bigger tent. Oh, heavy one. The lighter one's left-handed. Now we get to have lots of fun. We get to split all the wood. All right, now we're gonna cut some wood now that I've got the camp mostly set up. We've got this wood a couple weeks ago up in the mountains, in the Sierra Mountains. And I was gonna try and chop it at home, but all of a sudden we had a heat wave where it was like 110, 100 whatever, so I'm not chopping wood in that temperature. Right now it's like 65 degrees here on the coast, so it is beautiful. I did grow up chopping wood when I was a little boy. That was my responsibility. My dad would come home with a truckload of wood because he was a logger. He would throw all the wood out of the back onto the driveway, and then it was my job to sort it and then to split it. And I would have a sledgehammer, I'd have a maul, and I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. He would help me with the really bigger ones that actually, I couldn't split, but he would split them down a little bit. But then I would get out there with the wedge, and I get that in there, and 6, 7-year-old, and I'm out there chopping wood. That was one of my responsibilities. It was also my responsibility to get up early in the morning and get the fire started in the house because we didn't rely on the central heating too much when I was a kid back in the early 70s. So that was one of my responsibilities. So this is not new. I have not chopped wood in a long time, but I always did enjoy chopping wood when I was a kid, when I was younger. So we'll see how this goes. I have not done this for a while. It's pretty easy. Right. This is a really nice wood splitter. It's got these wedges down the side. I didn't have these when I was a little kid. My dad would have me cutting wood with a double-sided axe, which is really made for limbing trees. When a tree comes down, they use that double-sided axe to limb the tree off. And so that's what he would have me splitting the wood with, or I would have a wedge and a sledgehammer. So this is a whole lot easier. Once it gets that little wedge right there, its split is a lot easier. We're gonna do all these half-cut ones up first. All right. Another half one. Yeah. Also had an incident when I was a young boy cutting wood. Also had to make all the kindling. So you would find nice pieces of straight wood, and you would you'd take the side and you cut the side down with the axe. And so you'd split this down, and then you make kindling out of it. Well, my dad had come back from the mill that day, and he had sharpened the double-bladed axe that I used as a kid. I would put the axe under my arm like this, and I grab a hold of it and I put it on the wood, and I would chop it down and make the splits, make the kindling. And he told me, "Brad, be careful. I just had this axe sharpened." And he had it sharpened at the mill, and it was razor blade sharp. So I'm being very careful. I'm splitting the I'm making kindling, making a big pile of kindling for the wood. And as I got the axe stuck in the wood, you pick the wood up with the axe and you bring it back down. What had happened is I'm coming back down, the axe came out of the wood, and then the weight of that, I could not stop it when I'm 7 years old, and it came down right across my fingers, just like that. So I still have these 2 scars here and here, where you can see where the axe bit into my fingers. I thought that I cut my fingers off. And right after he told me to be careful, 10 minutes later, bang, I cut it, I wrap it up, and I'm thinking, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. I just a little bit. And as I pulled my shirt off, which was soaked in blood, I could basically see the bone across here. So thankful, my dad did not really believe in hospitals back then, didn't have a lot of money. So my mom went to Payless, and she got these little splints to put over your fingers, and she taped my fingers tight, really tight, and put the splints over them. So I'm walking around with these 2 big splints for a couple weeks until my fingers healed, and they healed up really nicely. So I'm lucky I don't have missing 2 digits. Maybe I should leave some of this for my daughters when they get here. Of course, I don't want them cutting their toes off or anything. knot right at the bottom. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get to work. I got some, you know what? Let's split one of these big round ones up while we're here. Nice knot right there. So let's try and go through the knot. All right, it's splitting. Ah, I missed it. That's what you get when you're out of practice, like 40 years or more. Let's see, so that would be, since I'm 58, that would be 50 years ago was when I was doing this a lot as a kid. I did it all the way up through my teen years too. There we go. Ah. Oh, that knot's being a pain. There we go. There we go. All right, we're good. I was a teenager. My late teens, my younger cousin owned a wood splitting business. So we split wood during the week sometimes. He would buy loads of logs from the mill and bring them out there, and we'd cut them up, and he had a log splitter that would split them, or we'd split them with the axe. So this is something I'm very familiar with. I actually really wish I could do this more. Ah, my aim is off. Off by about 3 inches. There we go. That's all I want. Get some splinters in my hands and be picking on them all weekend. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Ooh, a knot right here. Oh, and there's another one right there. So, okay, so I guess we'll hit it next to the knot. Ah! All right, we got some of it. when I'm done here, I can relax a little bit and I can go pour myself a drink. First drink of the weekend, the long weekend, the holiday weekend. Don't want to be pouring drinks and chopping wood at the same time. I'm gonna wait till I'm done. Ah. All right, I think I'm gonna do one more and then we'll leave some for my daughters.